Trying to think if that looks. Absolutely do not like this camera, but that's okay. It's doing the trick. That's a little bit better. Good afternoon, you guys. Hello, this is High Priestess Jamila, aka Tarot Queen Jamila. And so let me turn this down real quick. You know what? Actually, I need to give me a second and I'll get started. I need to share this. They always make you say something. Right. Oh, okay. I can see that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, guys. This. Okay, guys. Good afternoon. It's High Priestess Jamila, and so here's what I noticed by looking at my subscription list and looking at some of the vloggers that I watch. They all seem to be having issues with stalkers. Okay, not just I don't think it's just happening to YouTubers. I think that, it's happening to a lot of people right now. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Linda Gonzalez, welcome. And Yaya Coconut, hello. So I'm going to be honest with you, being stalked, in particular by anybody, being stalked by anybody is difficult. And no matter how strong of a person you are, that negative energy is going to eventually get to you. So I noticed that some of the people that I'm subscribed to, they were talking about gang stalkers, and then I also had a few regular clients that were talking about gang stalking and just that whole difficult thing. So I thought I would come and give advice for that, but I decided to do all signs because I feel like spirits want us to break it down. Now I'm going to tell you guys something. If you are having problems with stalkers, you guys can come and get a consultation. I am the expert on dealing with stalkers and surviving it, because it is like a Holocaust. Gang stalking, in my opinion, is comparable to the Holocaust. Hey, Donovan Williams, how are you? Can you hit that thumbs up, please? Thank you. I appreciate you guys clicking on my link. If you guys need to reach me for spiritual work, the link to my Etsy as well as my Cashapp information is below. I will have openings later this evening, and keep in mind that I am open until midnight, okay? So that includes for my people that are over in California, and so I kind of extended my hours, especially around the new moon, and I can see it's a lot going on. It really is. So let's go ahead and do sign by sign. We'll do the, I'll do the, and guys, please forgive this camera. I don't know, I know that I don't like the way that the audio sounds, but it doesn't seem to bother anybody else, that self-critic thing. So I can be very critical. My other camera has a much better picture and sound, but it was messing up the other day, and I don't know if I want to chance having those issues. So okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to call to, first of all, Saint Michael for protection, Saint Raphael for healing. Thank you, spirits. Hecate for protection and wisdom. Thank you, spirits. Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, ascended masters. We want a message for those that are being negatively affected by gang stalking or stalking. What messages do you have for the Aries, Taurus, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, something going on with the Scorpios, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. What messages do you have for, I guess we can make it for maybe July. Let's go ahead and make it for July. What messages do you have for the month of July 2020? Because we're actually getting ready to go into a new moon on the 20th. So a lot of these negative emotions and negative reactions, they should, but I think that many people need to release. So, and I know that a lot of y'all, well, let's get into that later. What messages do you have? What advice? What is going on? Show me what is going on with each zodiac sign with their stalker. To be honest with you, you don't want to personalize the stalker, so we'll just say the stalker. What's going on with you know, each sign. Oh, look at how blurry that is. Okay, guys, I can't handle it. I've got to, hold on. I've got to take a little technical break real quick. Okay, give me a second. I cannot handle this camera. Let me see if I can get it into focus. If this thing does not want to focus, I'm going to go and get my other camera and just wing it. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus very well. I guess that's not so bad. It's not too shabby, is it, y'all? What do y'all think? It's not that bad. I think that you guys, I think it's probably a little on the blurry side. And you know what, this camera, I don't know why I didn't never, like, I should have took it back. I should have gotten a refund for this camera. I've had it for like 3 years. I don't use it because I don't like the picture. But you know what? That's okay. It's not crispy clear, but you know, I think it's okay. I think it's more so the message that we want to get today. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of these in, you know, in cam or on camera. So, oh yeah. I guess that means, you know what that means? It's a good thing that I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a spiritualist. Oh, look at how blurry that is. Like, it just gets worse as it goes to the side from what I can see. My goodness. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Let me see if I can try to focus it a little bit better. If not, guys, I'm going to go and try to wing it with my other camera because this camera seems to like have some issues and it's really getting on my nerves. I do not like this camera. I don't. I'm so sorry. Wow, it kind of, I don't know why it looks a little blurry as it goes over towards. And you know what? I cleaned off the lens. That's so weird. And then it looks like it's not even. Something is going on. Let's see if that'll make it better. I think that's as good as it's going to get, guys. So we're just going to go with it. This is a very impromptu reading, by the way, guys, because to be honest with you, it's kind of like a timeline thing, okay? So something is not quite right about what is going on right now. There are a lot of people that are being negatively affected. Oh, wow. Okay. All righty. So here's everybody's cards. We're going to start here. This is actually the Taurus. I'm sorry, the Aries. Okay. So Aries, and then that's Virgo down there, and then Libra through Pisces is down here. Okay. So the way that I did them, it's kind of like, yeah, you catch the drift. So, okay. So first of all, the Aries, you guys got the Elder of Chalices. I feel like you guys, feel like a lot of you guys are actually really healing from dealing with a stalking situation. So I feel like a lot of you Aries are not necessarily dealing with stalkers. Now the Elder of Chalices upright, what that is telling me is that this is an ancestor, a spirit guide that is saying, I am protecting you. Okay. That's obviously an ancestor. Let's throw a clarifying card. spirits, give me some clarity on the Elder of Chalices. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles came up. It's sort of reversed the way that it's coming across to you guys. So what I'll tell you is that you do have an elder that's coming in. I feel like some of you Aries may be recovering from something and you're trying to recover financially. What I feel is that someone may have used the legal justice system or the judicial system against you, like an ex of yours was just dragging you in and out of court for different things. And it seems like it kind of drained the pockets is what I can see specifically. Now, this is very, very common, and this is the worst kind. It's the worst when somebody is using the legal system to stalk you. Stalkers do that. Very ruthless. So I feel like the advice, and I am going to throw an oracle advice card because I just love this oracle deck so much. I feel that what Spirit is saying is do some clearing and do some organizing. Okay, in your house. It will help. Also saging, washing the floors. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, what it's always sort of meant to me. So if I wrote my own deck or if I created my own tarot deck, one of the, meanings or the key words would be do some spring cleaning. This woman that's sitting on the porch, she really looks like she just got done cleaning up her house, dusting off all of her stuff, and she's sitting outside drinking a cold lemonade. And, so that's what is suggested, especially if you have financial issues. The clutter that you have around you is not going to help that situation. And even if you've straightened up, do some deep cleaning, really get in those corners. And not only that, please sage your house. Okay. Also, some of you guys' health could have been negatively affected. And I feel like a spirit guide, if you are being stalked, you may have had like some emotional, issues because of that. You may have had some emotional issues. And so those emotional issues can lead to, poor health. And so I feel like the Elder of Chalices is a spirit guide that's saying, we are healed to hear. Sorry, guys. We are here to help and heal you. Okay. But they're definitely saying cleanse for the Aries. If you're dealing with anything, you need to cleanse. You need water. You need to wash your floors, wash your walls. You need to put bowls of water under the bed. Because that's what gang stalking and stalking is. They're definitely going to send you spirits. They don't even have to be doing witchcraft. Stalking is hard. It's how to describe it, a holocaust. That's what I feel, that especially gang stalking for a prolonged period of time. So you just literally have to become like this spiritual soldier. And so I'll talk to you guys about that because I'm looking at some of the other readings and I can see a lot that's happening with some of the other signs. So we're going to move on. We're going to throw an advice card from the Energy Oracle deck. By the way, guys, if you guys have not gotten a reading with this Energy Oracle deck, I would highly recommend it. It is very healing. In particular, the video readings. So I can do a video reading for you. I probably have to use this camera, which, as long as I think you guys can hear me. So, okay. So the thinking man comes up. Again, it kind of comes across as being in the reverse position. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is for you to look inward and discover those qualities about yourself. So this is about valuing self and looking at it from a logical standpoint and not an emotional standpoint. I feel like the Elder of Chalices is definitely saying that many of you guys are taking whatever is going on way to heart emotionally. And I understand why you're doing that, especially if it involves your money or your health. But what she's saying is, what is that going to help you? You have got to be thinking clearly about this. So clear your head. I feel is what Spirits is saying, and you'll go ahead and complete that cycle. So you notice the number is number 46, which reduces to a number 10, which reduces to a number 1 in numerology. So all signs are pointing to that self-care. Okay, and if you don't know how to take care of yourself spiritually, because this is why this is happening to you, it's something coming in through spirit. Okay, or it could be somebody else's spirits. Now, if you're being stalked by somebody else, it's still a solution within self for self. And it's not about controlling whether or not that person is stalking you or not. Because I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles, this person has probably been stalking you for upwards to 10 years, which is insane. Only thing you can do is change your reaction, and maybe there's some spiritual work that you need to think about, because many people don't think about that. And it's not just about getting a hex remover or going to a witch doctor. It's about actually, I feel like it's about the crown chakra too. It's about the crown chakra. Okay, and then some of you guys, I can sense that just on the witchy side, that just an advice on the witchy side that somebody might be doing head work on you. And head work can be very serious. It can make you literally delusional or a puppet. You have to, okay, you want to take it seriously when somebody's stalking you, but you want to put your spiritual protection up. Okay, this is advice for everybody. Make sure that you have protection. Make sure that you are saging. Make sure that you are taking your cleansing baths. If you ever get to the point where you can't take care of yourself, then you probably do need a spiritualist. Because I personally feel that a doctor is just going to put you on medication or either try to find some way to say that you're crazy. But you know that you're not crazy and you know what's happening. Then I can sense that for some of you, Aries, there's people stalking you from the job too, which can be very difficult. Okay, so I'm going to move on. We're going to go ahead and move on here. Taurus has got the Novice of Pentacles. So I sense some negative energy coming from this earth sign. There seems to be an earth sign, or it could possibly be a water sign because there's water energy around. Okay. Spirits, give me some clarity on this Novice of Pentacles. Okay. You got somebody suicidal as well as homicidal. I'm not surprised. Could be a Scorpio. Somebody, either they are very emotional, they are threatening you. I would get some spiritual protection up immediately. Okay, even if they're physically threatening you and they're not just threatening you with like black magic, they're still threatening bodily harm. I see a lot of Tauruses being threatened with bodily harm from their stalker. The police won't help you. Give me some clarity, spirits, on this death card. Oh, yeah. So this person has gotten together with other people It looks like for a majority of you Tauruses, this is like your ex-husband or something, ex-wife. It's a lot of problems right there. Yeah, that's a lot of problems. But I feel like what I can sense with this whole situation is that number one, what I can sense is that it's definitely a situation that was meant to make you stronger. Okay, Taurus. So whatever you're going through, it's gonna make you stronger. I also feel as though with the novice of Pentacles being in the upright position, that many of you Tauruses have been proactive about taking care of the situation. You guys are like, okay, I'm not scared. So a lot of Tauruses are definitely standing up to the situation. I feel like the Three of Wands in the upright position to you guys is very, very positive. Either within 3 days or 3 months. I'd rather take the 3 days personally. I personally feel that the way that you're going about it, Taurus, it's kind of like it could be a lot easier, the situation, because I feel like many of you Tauruses are in bed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't even get out of bed. This energy is so negative. And so if you are dealing with bad spirits, I will tell you that I would cleanse, but I do feel that many of you guys are being proactive, or either you're going to become proactive, because this situation could go well into the winter. Also, this is family members for some of you. Some of you, your family members have gotten together with your ex. Absolutely absurd. Either males or females I feel like they're teaming up on you, is what I can sense. They're teaming up on you. So you're definitely being gang stalked. The Tauruses are. At the root of the problem definitely is either an earth or a water sign. Scorpio, could be anybody. Could be your mama, could be just your sister, could be your ex. Okay, these are general readings, but what I can sense is that it's almost like putting pressure on something. And what are you going to do? Are you going to let it destroy you, or are you going to transmute that energy? Because I feel like right now, instead of you guys being in the bed or whatever, or if you're feeling some type of way, or you guys really need to get proactive about what you're going to do about the situation. Okay, I'm going to throw energy oracle. I can definitely see that there is like that underlying burden. Like I feel like a lot of Tauruses are holding up. Tauruses are very strong. These are some of the strongest people. They're hard to wrestle with. And if y'all getting stalked by a Taurus and you a Taurus, then you understand why, because this person is either Taurus, Scorpio, Taurus. Not a good feeling being stalked by a Taurus. They are bulls. They call them a bull for a reason, especially if it's any kind of spiritual stalking. I know that for me, when I initially, because I've actually been stalked by a Taurus before, and it felt like a ton of bricks, like that Ten of Wands. It just felt, the energy was so thick and so heavy. Now that it doesn't no longer affect me, so I feel like spirits are saying that you are going to have some closure by this situation, or about this situation, because many of you Tauruses do want closure because you feel like it's bringing some kind of struggle into your life. Spirits, what advice do you want to offer with the energy oracle? Okay, so the temple path comes up. Spirit is calling to you, Tauruses. One of the reasons why you are going through this, and I know that it's really difficult to grasp that you've got a repeating number 3 from the spirits. It is because this is to bring you to your place. You're actually pushing yourself. And to be honest with you, if some of you Tauruses were to look at like your past life, or if you were to like look at like a time travel spread, you're actually pushing yourself spiritually. Many of you Tauruses, the temple path. Now, first of all, it is representing, you know, in general, a lot of you guys can go to your ancestors, you know, your spirit guides for assistance with the situation, and don't forget about them when you are going through it. So many of you Tauruses, y'all will have that support system set up, but you won't even go to it at the times when you most need it. That's when you need it. So they're saying, you know, come to us and we'll help you. And then also the temple path does represent where a lot of you Tauruses are being tested by spirit, because you are possibly either ignoring your spiritual purpose, or it is upon you. There's like this energy shift. There's this change that's coming up. So even within the next, you know, 3 weeks going into August, and then 6 weeks going into September, because this is a number 3 when you reduce it in numerology, which represents growth and ascension. You also got the 3 of Wands. That is something that I've got 50 and 60-year-old people that call me and they're like, I'm just now touching the surface of all of this spiritual stuff that's there to learn. So this is about learning and growing. So make sure that what you take away from the experience is that learning, and then things will seem to come back, you know, into play. Because I feel like the death card reverse is just saying, okay, there is some crazy stuff going on right now. Hey, Summer Monet, thank you for coming. Hit that thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. But this right here is amazing. You know, I feel like it's your spirit guides, no matter if you're male or female, and they are talking to you about your possibly your witchy path, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, I couldn't have asked for a better life than the witchy life. Okay, so keep that in mind. Drop all that negativity that you feel about, you know, something other than what you've been used to. Okay. All right, moving on to the Geminis. So Gemini's got the 7 of chalices. So many of you guys, you're in denial about some things. First of all, I feel as though right now at where you're possibly at, you know, in this whole stalking situation is sort of like in limbo. The 7 of chalices is not good. This is when you can't concentrate. So many of you Geminis, if you are being gang stalked right now, you're not focused, you're not concentrating, and you're going to look up and you're going to go, what the hell was I thinking? These are all of the things that are within your reach. Okay. If you notice, it's a rainbow, it's a castle, it's a, you know, a higher version of self, a beautiful woman, a crown, a snake, money. Okay, all of the things that you want in life. Okay. Oh, cool. Cool. Welcome, Summer. That's cool. I like my Geminis. Okay. I'm going to throw some clarifying cards, but for the 7 of chalices to come up, I really feel that it's something that the Geminis need to open up their eyes to. I feel like you guys are definitely in denial about something. I'm going to do some clarifying cards. You seen a rainbow yesterday? I love rainbows. All right, spirits, what messages do you have for the Geminis? Give me some clarity on this, because I feel like right now many of you guys are sort of, if you are being gang stalked in particular by family, okay, you guys are, you guys are way too far in your feelings. You guys have totally slipped into this alternate reality, or either back in the past. The Judgment card comes up in the reverse position. So many of you Geminis are allowing I do see gang stalking, and then I can also see with the Judgment card that there may be some sort of threat of legal action. Okay. Or maybe you guys might be ready to blow somebody away. Okay. It's a possibility. Spirits is saying first of all, what I can sense is that a lot of the Geminis, their stalkers are messing with their heads, trying to create these realities, or either trying to put you in a place where you feel emotional. And see, again, the Judgment card, it's the Scorpio energy, or is it Cancer? It's one or the other. I think it's both. And so it's all about, I feel like in this case, it's emotions that are coming back up from the past that you need to cut ties with, because it's having a negative effect on you. It may have something to do with it's either the Moon card can represent some woman, but it could represent a Cancer. So this could be anybody. You guys need to figure out who this is, because many of you guys can't figure out what's wrong. A lot of y'all Geminis are in a bad place right now. Okay, and I can even tell by that Four of Swords that you guys are laying in bed, but you're not sleeping at night. You're not sleeping at night. You're not getting proper rest. And, you're letting your stalkers get to you, and the things that they say it's either, now I will tell you that Geminis, you guys have a lot of work to do, because I feel that this is coming in from a past life. I feel like a lot of you guys have been avoiding it, and it's time for you to quit being in denial about it. Summer, that's not good. You said on my social media, because my ex-boyfriend beat me, went to jail. Now everyone's saying I'm a snitch or a police. I wouldn't even let that bother me. If your ex-boyfriend beat you so bad that he had to go to jail, then what you need to do is you need to. I really feel that many of you Geminis are sort of stuck in a place. You guys are stuck. And also, I feel that y'all need road openers, but y'all need to realize what is reality and what is fiction. Your stalkers will try to create a reality for you that doesn't exist, especially if it's an ex-lover. And you can tell that you're under a moon attack. You can also tell that many of you guys are being psychically attacked, and or somebody may be doing head work on you, messing with you. Okay, this is somebody possibly sending you telepathic messages. It's not looking good. I will tell you that, I'm on the cusp of Gemini, but I can tell you that this is not good. And I kind of knew that I would see something negative for the Geminis, because I know people that know Geminis. And it's kind of like, some of you may have an ex-lover that is stalking you, but I feel like for many of you guys, a lot of y'all just need some time alone, some peace and quiet to commune with your spirits. This is exactly what this woman is doing. She's the reading is actually telling itself. You guys need to get some rest. I would say cleanse, because what I can sense is a lot of negative emotions that you guys are dealing with from the past that you need to release. So you need to release a lot of the negative, because there's positive as well. I can sense a lot of positive things coming in from the past, but I can also see the negative, and I feel like that is what you're focused on. Okay, at least in the month of July. So we'll throw an advice card. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. I'm going to throw an oracle card at that for advice because I feel that some of you guys could possibly be having some negative effects on yourself and you're in denial about it. You're in denial about how bad that situation is doing you. Because some of y'all are just in denial about it, and you may be in denial about certain people. Spirit, give me some advice on for the Gemini. Okay, card fell out. So you guys got the Journey card that comes up. And I feel like you guys seem to be stuck. You're ready to go. You're ready to travel. You're ready to embark on this new journey. But I feel like in order to bring yourself back into focus, because the Seven of Chalices represents what you want, but then for some reason you're not able to get to it. So I feel like Spirits is saying, definitely get away. You know, you guys seem to be surrounded by all of this negative energy. And sometimes the Judgment card can represent a location. I feel like some of y'all are planning some travel or something. If it's not actual travel, then this is metaphorical for wanting to, you know, either get away from a certain situation or either your current state of being. You know, you're feeling like things are not necessarily going your way. You're feeling blocked. So what that tells me is that many of y'all need road openers. Okay. So y'all need road openers. Road openers are going to make all the difference in the world. You know, even if you're a practitioner, you keep sending stuff back, you keep sending it back, you keep sending it back. You don't necessarily need to send it back. Just open the road or either open up another path that you can go down. So if you guys need to know more about that, I mean, I'm a practitioner. I actually practice witchcraft. So basically, that was a crash course in witchcraft that many people, you can hear it, but to actually do it, you know, you're finding out that it's easier said than done. So I'd say that the advice would be road opener because you're blocked. And many of you guys are, you know, that's a heart chakra blockage. Moving on to the Cancers. Shout out to my fellow Cancers. I'm a Cancer sun. Y'all got the Hermit. I feel like it's an earth sign. You guys are in your shell. Cancers are normally very outgoing people. They are community people. They will go out. They will talk to people. You know, you guys are in your shell right now. You guys are feeling sort of isolated right now. Cool summer. I look forward to it. I have openings for later on this evening, guys. So if you want to book with me, you can either cash at me at $Psychic Jamila. 30-minute readings are 30, 60-minute readings are 60. Okay. Also, if you guys need consultations, it's the same price. Okay. Spirit guys, give me some clarity on this Hermit. I got a feeling that many of you Cancers are good. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Well, you guys definitely got a new beginning that's coming. I think that I will tell you that I'm liking some of the cards that I'm seeing, especially that Nine of Pentacles in the upright position. But it looks like there's some I want to say obstacles for you Cancers before you can get to that Nine of Pentacles. Number one is that y'all need to do some cleansing. Y'all do. Y'all need to do some cleansing. We do have a new moon coming up. The Fool card comes up in the reverse position. It's very synchronized. I feel as though if you work with the advice that I'm giving you, that you'll be, because the new moon is on the 20th. So the Fool just says to me new moon. I don't know why it just says that to me. So I feel like a lot of you guys are experiencing trust issues, just because you've got this situation going on. And so I kind of feel that it's either an earth sign or a water sign that's stalking you, or it could be definitely work related, which as a Cancer, that's consistently been what I've dealt with. So that definitely resonates for me. But I feel that, trust is energy. It'll do you a lot of good. Trusting in yourself, trusting in your spirit guides, trusting in the universe, okay, is what I want to say about that, because I feel like the Hermit, the Hermit is definitely saying you're spending some time alone, but make that time productive to work on self. Okay? Take that time to work on self. All right, spirits, what advice do you want to offer out of the energy oracle? Definitely sense that elemental of chalices does mean that many of you guys, your aura needs to be cleared. You need to do some aura clearing. Okay? Need some clarity on for the Cancers, for their stalkers. Also, I feel like with that Fool card, I feel like many of you guys, you're just sort of waiting for this cycle to complete itself out. You can tell that, you're not necessarily, many of you Cancers are just kind of staying away from certain situations altogether, which is actually a very good thing. But I also feel that at the same time, many of you guys are going through it. You're feeling lonely, you're hurting, you're feeling like you don't really have nobody in the world. But you do have somebody. So the Patience card came up, which in this deck, this is the Angel of Patience. This is that feeling of calm and still that you're going to get from clearing your aura, clearing your head, saying, okay, I am cleansed from this day forward. This is one of the reasons why my cleanses work, because I know what to do. But also the chakras probably need some clearing, but it's mainly the aura. I feel that this is all about coming into and discovering a side of yourself that does have this calmness and this stillness about yourself. It's so God is kind of telling you to be still if you can, and connect with your spirit guides. The Hermit is a very spiritual card. It's basically when, spirit is actually calling to you, and it's time for you to explore self, how you relate to that. Also, I can sense that many of you guys are possibly dealing with feelings of being alone. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as somebody, okay, I'm a Cancer and I'm an expert at being alone. Okay, I shut myself off from the world for like 8 years straight. I did. So I know exactly what you're doing. But many of you guys are tired of that. You're ready to spread your wings. You're ready to be social. Cancers are very social. They enjoy cooking for people. They enjoy feeding people. These are very motherly people. and they have to have something to mother, or just friends. They don't necessarily have to mother their friends. They just, cancers are actually not, for some reason. I think there's a lot of people that mistook cancers or something. I don't understand why. I mean, I will say that with my Virgo moon, I'm a little bit of a loner sometimes, but only because of other circumstances that I can't help. Otherwise, I would love to have people over. Now, a lot of times when I have people over, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be alone now. So that's kind of, I do have that issue, but I think that all in all, it does have to do with the social thing for a lot of you cancers, because I think that a person is supposed to have a certain amount of time doing stuff socially, and then they're supposed to have a certain amount of alone time. If you're feeling Cancer, like, people might be putting you off, you probably need a cleanse because somebody might have put something on you. You might have been vexed. Okay, so just be patient. And I feel like I actually want to get the book for these particular cards, because I want to, it's something about this card that I need to say to the Cancers, but I can't quite articulate it. If I could find the book. What did I do with my book, guys? I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere around here. Maybe it's in my box. My bad. Okay, anyway, balancing yourself. This is what I'll tell you. I feel that you need to take some time to clear yourself, to get yourself balanced, to bring some sort of balance to yourself to where you're grounded. Okay? And I feel like the way that you're going to do that, just to let you guys know, because I can't find that book. I ain't about to stop my reading, find that book. But I feel like the way to do it is definitely going to be clearing yourself, and then maybe even doing some house cleaning. Now, I know that is easier said than done. I literally had to do a planetary cleanse, and then, so however you can make it work, make it work. Okay. But I do feel that you guys are going to be okay with whatever it is that you're thinking about, in particular when it comes to the finances. Trust. You have to have trust. Stop being in such a hurry. Okay. Slow down. And maybe even get you some rest, or either meditate. Definitely do some crown chakra and some heart chakra meditation will help you. Okay, because that's where I'm seeing that negative energy originating at. Crown chakra, heart chakra. Okay. Leos, you guys got a novice of swords. So a lot of you Leos, you can definitely see that. I definitely see, and I'm sorry, I see an air sign stalking you. Okay, either air or earth, one or the other, in particular Capricorn. Spirits, give me some clarity on the novice of swords for the Leos. Yep. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. So, Leo. I'm not surprised. You guys are, a lot of you Leos, boy, you guys are just, a lot of you guys should be doing well in some, I feel like a lot of you Leos are just like smiling and just happy and just with that 9 of chalices. Okay. But then you got some folks probably from within your circle, or either other people that don't quite like it. So these people are pushing negative energy to you. You can definitely see that it's more than one person that is stalking you. Okay. Now, these right here are spirit guides, but they all came up inverted. All of these are wands cards. All of these. So these are definitely energy attachments These are energetic attachments that you have energetically. You need to also, some of you Leos need to look to your father, okay? And then maybe even possibly look to your maternal side of the family to see what possibly could be going on. Because I feel like it could be coming from that. Some of it could be your ex, okay? Whoever this ex is, you see all those stabs. Look at all those stabs that they pointing at you. And they're not just pointing, you know, their manhood at you. They are pointing intent at you, a foul intent. Okay. Now the Chariot card came up in the reverse position. So somebody's been messing with your car, Leo. That's why it's been acting kind of funny. And some of y'all Leos had to put y'all car in the shop because somebody was messing with it. Somebody's messing with you energetically. Okay. But I feel for some reason that many of you Leos are keeping your vibrations high. If you're not, that's what you need to do. And if you can't, you need a road opener. Okay. Hey, Outer Banks Witch. Now, when I do my road openers, I do them as door opens. So I use both words because you're gonna have to open up doors to open up the road. So I would say witchy advice for the Leos is to do a road opener and you'll be okay. Okay, because right now I feel like with the Chariot reverse, also something about you guys is focus. Stay focused. Okay, stay focused on whatever it is that you're wanting to be doing. Stay focused on it, okay? Right now, I feel as though some of you guys may be a little off focus, or maybe you might get off focus at some point in July, but I feel like you guys need to put yourself right back into focus, turn yourself upright, and do your road openers, okay? Because many of you guys probably feel a little stuck. You're feeling like something is a little off, especially with that Three of Pentacles being reversed. Okay. Spirits, what advice do you want to offer the Leos from the Energy Oracle? Okay. So the Storm Warning card comes up and it's in the reverse position, which is actually positive. The storm is getting ready to pass. Okay, at some point, whenever you're watching this, it means that the storm is passing and that the worst is over and that it's just going to get better from here. Now, some of you may be in a place at some point to where you can't hear your spirit guides telling you that, to where all you can hear and all you can focus on is this negativity, these negative messages, because I definitely feel that a lot of you Leos are being stalked in social media. Y'all definitely being stalked on the internet because that Novice of Swords talks about, you know, the possible internet text message communication, some kind of communication, possibly by phone, or it could be telepathic as well. Okay, it depends on your spiritual gifts, because many people that have spiritual gifts, you know, they're picking up on, you know, y'all are the main ones that are being negatively affected by being stalked or gang stalked. Okay. I feel that many of you Leos are about to get closure though. For some reason, all of these Wands cards in the reverse position, they all represent fire. They all represent change. So I feel like things are going to change. Spirits can definitely foresee good things coming. But I guess it's all about getting there. So I feel like, you know, the advice would be to definitely take care of yourself. Now, the Garden and the Gate card came up in the upright position. So that says that feel like it's all about setting your intent to truly, you know, step away from that situation, especially if it's something that's online. Technically, if a person is not coming after you physically, you're fine. Now, if that person is trying to sabotage you or something like that, Leo, okay, use your knowledge that you have. The garden and the gate, I feel like it represents you and your feelings about self and the reality that you create, because only you can create your own reality. Technically, they can only create your reality, Leo, if you allow them to. Okay? And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because I feel like you guys have been working at this for a while. And right now, I feel like it's all about changing and switching up your focus. And then also, if you guys are stuck somewhere, if your stalker disabled your vehicle, you need a road opener. Okay? And sometimes your vehicle will just mess up because because of the energy. You got to be careful. Okay? Virgo, you guys got the Wheel of Fortune. So we're going to do some clarifiers on that. I feel that it is positive as far as whatever is going on with your stalker or with the stalker, but I feel that they can pop up at any moment. And you've got to be able to respond to that change to where it's not affecting you negatively. Spirits, give me some clarity on the wheel. Feel like things are definitely going to turn around. But yeah, crossroads is coming, the Magician, and then the Novice of Chalice is in the reverse position. So all of those seem to be coming up in the reverse position for the Virgos. So I feel like possibly right now things are looking really, really bad, to where many of you guys feel flipped upside down. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it does have something to do with this water sign person. The Magician reversed, listen, you'd be surprised at how quickly, when you change your focus and you change your mind, how quickly your reality changes. You'd be shocked at how quickly things will change around for the better. So I feel like what your spirit guides are saying is, don't be so negative and pessimistic, and to realize that there may be some changes that need to be made, because I can definitely sense a false friend. I can definitely sense a false friend. And the Emperor is definitely a good sign, definitely represents upcoming justice in the situation. But again, you're the one that's going to manifest what the outcome is. Okay, you have to take control over yourself and over your own situation. The stalker shouldn't be in control. You have to be in control of it. At least yourself and what you think about and what you do. Because I definitely feel like with that wheel, things are going to turn around for the better. And I think the Wheel of Fortune is a great sign, personally, especially with that Emperor. But I do feel that, number one, there may be delays. And then number two, many of you guys are possibly allowing yourself to be manipulated way too much by your stalkers. Another thing, I feel like a lot of you Virgos have been stalked long term. Some kind of justice is going to come through. Maybe that person's going to go to jail. I personally feel like your spirits is saying that you're safe and you're protected and things are going to turn out to your advantage. So why torture yourself emotionally? Because Virgos have a tendency to, I don't want to say obsess, but they have a tendency to worry about things, that they will just sit and worry. Sitting there thinking about what they're doing to you is not going to help. If you stop doing that and you start living again and you start to heal yourself and you start to take back your power, things are going to turn around for the better for you. Now, the Emperor in the upright position is that divine masculine energy. So, Spirits is definitely saying for you to call on either spirit guide, ancestor, deity. You know, maybe if your grandpa was really protective over you, and something like that. So I'm gonna throw the energy oracle card and then move on. Spirit guides, what messages do you have from the energy oracle for the Virgos? Okay, so you guys got the strategy card in the reverse position. Y'all got some kind of legal case going with y'all stalker. They done caused some kind of legal issue. So it's not to say that, oh, it's just gonna, if you feel that, if you know that you're okay with that situation, then it's okay. But if you don't feel that, and if something keeps bothering you, it's definitely work that needs to be done. That strategy card is the advice from that is that something is happening, or that you're going through some kind of changes right now, and that you need to put together your game plan. You need to plan in advance, especially if you got some kind of court date coming up. Okay. So y'all know exactly what that means. I'm gonna take a quick intermission to take like a quick drink. I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. So you guys can, like I said, if you guys want to book a reading, the easiest way to do it is to just cash at me, $ Psychic Jamila. You also can visit the Etsy shop. The link is below. And I'm going to go on a quick intermission. Jennifer said, I need to put a hex on my daughter's dad. His whole life goal is to make me miserable, and he's a damn stalker. Yeah. So you probably do need to hex him. You wouldn't necessarily be hexing him, but you would be sending his negative energy back to him. Okay? You'd be sending it back to him. By the way, guys, if you can hit the thumbs up, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to go on a quick break real quick, okay? Be right back. Excuse me. Okay, guys, I'm back. So we're going to pick up where we started off. We got the Libras. Libras got the 10 of chalices. So I feel that this month, if you are a Libra and you're being stalked, that I feel like there's going to be some closure, some happiness. There's going to be possibly either the situation with the person is going to work itself out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to move on. I feel like there's going to be some positive closure in the month of July for the Libras. Okay. Now that doesn't state that, also I feel like your spirits are definitely sending you the message that you're protected from whatever is wrong, from whatever is going on, that you're protected. So I feel like your ancestors are saying that, hey, we have you protected. Definitely can sense that there's something going on either with a water sign, earth sign, or maybe even possibly another air sign. Spirits, give me some clarity for the Libras. Yep. Yep, see there, Nine of Swords comes up. So many of you guys are having a hard time right now as far as possible anxiety, possibly, not sleeping at night. I feel like somebody might be bringing some kind of legal action against you, or either trying to, or either talking about you. The Judgment card can also represent gossip or slander. It can represent slander. So you can definitely see somebody slandering you. The Hanged Man is in the upright position. So I do feel as though the spirits is saying to give yourself some closure from that situation. And that's what you should be working towards. Like even if the other person ain't ready to get closure, you need to get closure yourself. You need to get closure yourself. Okay. One second, y'all. Okay, y'all. Feel like with the Hanged Man, you may be getting accused of something, some kind of accusation that seems to be coming through. Could be some kind of legal issue. I do feel as though spirits are saying that there is going to be a positive outcome, but you guys need to pay attention to the steps that you're taking, and you need to really learn the lesson from this situation. Also, I do feel that with the Hanged Man card coming up next to the Judgment card, that somebody might be trying to, sort of destroy you. Okay, it may be it's a bad. I can tell that it's more than one person. Okay, that's obvious by the Ten of Chalices. But I feel like right now it seems to be causing a lot of issues in your psyche, as far as, because Libras, they're the scales, and so their scales can get tipped really easily. And so anyway, just make sure that you are making good judgment through the situation so that you don't make it worse. Okay, but definitely try to get some closure, especially with this new moon coming up, because you'd be surprised at what these new moons can do. And then it's also a new moon in Cancer starting on the 19th. Okay, because I feel like it's definitely created some struggle, and you've been feeling a little held back or hemmed up, like you can't move forward, like you're stuck somewhere. Many of you probably do need to do road openers. Okay. Being stalked can definitely keep you stuck. That's what I was seeing for the Cancers, them being very isolated, not wanting to go out. Spirits, what advice do you have for the Libras, though, for the from the Energy Oracle? Okay. So the Journey card came up. You guys are not only on a spiritual journey, but I feel like many of you guys are trying to get somewhere. And so it's important for you to give less of the time to it, because I feel like with that Ten of Chalices, it means that you're safe and you're protected. But that, a lot of the things that they're doing, you could be subconsciously picking up on it. You could be picking up on it through through your telepathy. So yeah, you may be sensing, all that negative energy, but you can't allow it to stop you, because it may not stop ever. That person may not ever stop. You may not be able to control them. The only thing you can do is control where you go in the future. And also don't let them take you down a dangerous route to where you'll be doing things that can hurt yourself, because that's exactly what gang stalkers want to do. They want to make you commit some kind of harm to yourself. They definitely want you to be upset and worried. And spirits is saying that they don't feel that you should let them do that. Don't let them do it. Give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. I got folks texting me. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Give me a second. I have a few clients that I'm texting back and forth with, so just bear with me. Okay, so that's the advice for the Libras. Let's go ahead and move on to the Scorpios. You guys got the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. Y'all Scorpios are having a serious problem, and it seems that it is affecting you negatively. Feel like your gang stalkers or whoever it is that's stalking you, if it's one person, I feel like they're causing you to self-destruct. They seem to have gotten in your head. And yeah, they probably are doing some kind of work on your head, because they seem to be communicating with you through, chat and Facebook and text message and maybe even verbally. Definitely can see a full, issue during the month of July. And then also the Ten of Swords reversed can represent where there may not even be closure from it in July. So let's see what's going on. Spirit, give me some clarity. Definitely can see a group of people. Definitely could be family. Definitely either family related to your father's side of the family first, but then also it could be your mother's side. So the Fool card comes up. A lot of your cards seem to be coming up inverted no matter what I do. All right. So you guys got the Fool reversed, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and then the Four of Pentacles reversed. So first of all, the Fool in the reverse position, Spirit is saying that you're not necessarily trusting your spirit guides, or maybe you need to do some clearing or some cord cutting. Also, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I feel like there could be possible clutter, or either maybe even some kind of cursed object. Definitely can see that there's some people fighting over something. It could be a car, or it could be money. So I can definitely see money issues and problems. But see, you've got to separate yourself, is what Spirits is saying. Separate yourself from that situation. Don't allow them or those energies to get you to the point where you feel insecure, where you feel like you can't trust nobody. Don't let them do that, because that means that they are actually able to alter your state of being. And definitely you need to get closure, and you definitely need to cut the cord and cut ties. I know that, especially if it's family, it's very important to get away, however way that you can. Okay? It's best to get away, is what I say, because I feel like what I can sense is dysfunction within the family surrounding health or money. And the situation is very negative to where you guys are close to having some kind of nervous breakdown. Then also, I feel like it does have something to do with your vision being skewed. Okay, when you see it, you're going to own it, you're going to stand in it, and you're going to know. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it could be about, I feel like whatever is going on, it's having too much of a negative effect on you and how you feel about self, especially when it comes to your survival. Okay, you're going to be, I totally can see what's going on. You guys are trying to get away from that dysfunction. And you can even tell that it's probably even family members that's stalking you. And you're trying to get away from it. You're trying to get away from the dysfunction that has affected probably a lot of people in your family. And it's definitely something to do with finances, especially with that Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. That is a very bad energy, because what that says is it's a sense of not appreciating self. And so at the core, at the base of that, if you're not able to appreciate yourself, and so it is about also taking things for granted. Okay, so I feel like work on that, and you guys will be okay. Especially when it comes to that Fool card, as far as trust, there are blessings that are coming to you right now, but because that negative situation and the negative people that seem to be coming at you, it's all being it's being blocked. And during the day, this is when you're going to be tested. At the end of the day, you're going to be tested too, but during the day. So for example, I feel like many of you guys, when especially if they're attacking you all at once, actually apply spirit to that. You know what I'm saying? And because I know that for me, I used to sense a lot of spiritual attacks that were coming in, and what I realized that it was actually my blessings, but so the blessings were coming in anyway. Okay, the people were doing what they were doing because they knew the blessings were coming. If I were to take it as, oh my God, they're messing up everything and they're not gonna, and I'm not gonna receive it, then you won't. If you think that way, if you think, oh, they're gonna mess up my blessing, they're blocking me, they're blocking me. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to transmute that energy. Seriously, is what I'm really, really seeing, like, very clearly right now. Like, I know that for me, the quicker that you turn that situation around, the better. Okay, the quicker that you recover from it, the better. So whatever it is that's going on, send it back, you know, deal with it. But I think for me, what helped me was when I would feel that energy coming in, I would immediately go and get in the bathtub. Immediately. Okay, or some kind of water or meditation. Sometimes you know, you may not, you know, you can use meditation too, you know, but whatever that bad energy is, you've got to get it off of you. Okay, and you've also, I feel like, I'm going to throw an advice card from the Energy Oracle. Spirits, what messages do you have for the Scorpios? Yeah, y'all need to start protecting yourself too. See, the Sun card came up. See, your spirits are trying to give you what you want, Scorpio, but you guys are not accepting it because you are only sensing the negative. Your stalkers or gang stalkers or whoever these people are, they are able to turn your blessings into curses. And it's because of the way that you're looking at it. It's because of the, you know, what is in your foresight, what is in your knowing. You know, trust is also about knowing. So that success and that prosperity and happiness or whatever, you know, that warm feeling, you know, feeling very blessed, feeling like everything is okay, feeling taken care of, you know what I'm saying? That's going to come, but it's something that you're going to have to work on within yourself too. Okay, because now you're sort of trained to react to that situation in a certain way. And the reaction should be, up, they on some bullshit. I'm about to go take a shower. And I'm going to purposely and willfully turn that energy, or either say, oh, this is my blessing, it's coming, I'm about to sit down and relax. Let me go on and, you know, do some straightening up or something. You know, let me do this, let me do that, let me keep myself busy. Okay? So, you know, whenever you're watching this, Scorpio, you just really want to snap out of it. Moving on to the Sagittarius, you guys got the 9 of Wands. A lot of you Sagittariuses that have stalkers, I feel that it's definitely group stalking. I feel that these folks set up certain scenarios. Y'all are seeing people down the street with cameras in in their hands. Folks done made you feel crazy. No, you're not crazy. Definitely somebody stalking you. Okay. Now, what I can sense is that for many of you Sagittarius, this is an ex. Okay. And I feel that many of you don't see it. So you go and you blame everybody else. But this is somebody, either an ex or either a family member. Spirit, give me some clarity on the 9 of Wands. Okay, so the Star card comes up reversed, the 5 of Chalices upright, and then the 4 of Chalices. So yeah, that's really bad energy. Now the 9 of Wands is actually the card that represents endurance and determination. Because I feel like these people that you're dealing with the Star card in the reverse position specifically, it involves somebody else that they are trying to put in your position. So this could be something involving work as well. And you feeling as though your hard work and your efforts are not paying off. Well, first of all, expand your horizons then. Stop limiting yourself. Okay, Sag, you need to think higher. Okay? Maybe whatever it is, the situation that you're dealing with, it's time for you to move beyond it, emotionally and every other way. Okay. Also, you can tell that it seems to be some energy that might be coming up from the past and the present. Those energies combined, I feel they are unearthing these emotions and, creating these emergencies. The Nine of Wands, when you look at it, it's a person that is obviously having car trouble, but they're getting their car towed, which means that, they handling business. But Spirits is saying that it's keeping you in a certain position to where, you could actually go a little bit higher. You could go way higher than where you're going. So also I feel that, spirit within itself is pushing you to go beyond. So in you guys' case, what I can really see, especially with that Nine of Wands coming up, it just tells me that now also it could be an ancestor. That's obviously a possibility that it could be an ancestor. And so if it is, and you feel like it's causing issues or problems, then you'll just want to release it. Okay. Because whatever it is with that Four of Chalices, what I can sense is that the energy is just really like, I feel like you've got, first of all, I feel like many of you guys probably got like some kind of financial advancement or something. You may have gotten a raise or something on your job, or maybe you got some extra money, but you've also been having some bad luck. And I do feel as though the Star card in the reverse position is also telling me that some kind of false friend. Okay. Also, okay, so the thinking man comes up. Definitely can tell that for a lot of you Sagittarius, especially the female Sagittarius, if you're a woman and you're a Sag, many of you really, 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 it's something that you need to think about. It's somebody that seems to be affecting you energetically, throwing things off, causing these negative emotions, bad feelings. And it's also causing you to not, it's like you get somewhere, it's like you always get somewhere, or either like, especially if it comes to money, you'll get the money, but then all of a sudden, all of this bad luck will just start happening to you. And you'll be like, damn, I didn't even really get to enjoy it. I just had to go and pay a bunch of stuff. I feel that what it is that it's definitely somebody or a person or either something energetically that is around you that causes a lot of the good things that come into your life to, ultimately end up being this disappointment to where you still don't have that fulfillment that you want. And I think that what Spirits is saying with that thinking man is that you really need to take a look at self. And then also you need to look at the people around you. Also, a lot of y'all Sagittarius have given up on love is another thing that Spirit is telling me. And that is a result of energy. So, I can sense there's somebody in the past And, you know, it's, you got to stop neglecting yourself. You got to stop neglecting your love life. It's something that you can't avoid. Okay. It's something that you can't avoid. So you're going to have to deal with it. And the reason why you're going to have to deal with it is because you don't want to end up 60 years old and you're still alone. You don't want to end up in your 50s feeling like your life is over, even though you don't have to feel that way. But most people can't do that. Most people can't be 40 or 50 or 60 and be in a positive place and say, hey, you know, where anything is possible. So a lot of y'all, it does have something to do with your love life. Let me see this next card. Yep. And then also money. Also money. You're not balanced, you know, and that's one of the reasons why when you do have money, you tend to lose it all because, you know, you're really not paying attention to your Venus as well, and how your planets are affecting you as well. So it's almost like you're making a choice between one or the other all the time. And rarely is it that total completion that you're looking for. It's always a compromise between one or the other. Okay? So the cornucopia is all about fulfillment. Fulfillment. That's what it's about. And so a lot of you guys, if you are neglecting your love life, you guys really need to pay attention to that. And I talk to many women every single day that are in their 30s and 40s and 50s, and they just kind of sit around and they just kind of come to a place where they've got everything else. They've got this big house, big yard, but they don't have no love in it, and there's no happiness and there's no fulfillment. Okay. So if that makes sense, that was you guys' message today. Moving on to the Capricorns. You guys got the elemental of wands. So feel like you definitely have a stalker. Definitely calling you. Yeah, they're calling you. Even if they're not calling your phone, they're calling you. They want you. You know what I'm saying? They have they got some kind of, you know, some kind of love interest in you. They're definitely interested. But I feel like it's weird. I feel like it's a weird thing for you. It's kind of creepy. Let's throw some extra cards. Spirits, what messages do you have for the Capricorns on this elemental of wands? Yeah. Okay, so what I can sense is that you know, I would say don't take the love offer. I feel like somebody's making you a love offer and you're thinking about taking it, but I feel like this person has really stalkerish tendencies and is very insecure, and I would not do it. But if your heart follows you to do it, then you better make sure that you're protecting yourself. You have somebody that has been infatuated with you. They've been doing weird things like calling your phone and hanging up, you know, calling and disguising their voices, I mean, it's really weird. I can sense that whoever it is, it's not a group of people, it's just one person. The Fool is reversed, and then Nine of Pentacles is reversed. Definitely can sense the person being narcissistic, but definitely sensing, what I can sense is that what's coming through for me is a twin flame. That's what's coming through for me, is that twin flame energy. And them sort of being in not a good place. They're not, which can be difficult. So just on a side note, Capricorn, if you have a twin flame and you're having difficulty with them and you're not sure what to do, I would say, yeah, your twin flame is stalking you, Capricorn. Yep, it's a twin flame or either a soulmate. But what I can sense, especially with that elemental of wands, that it's a twin flame stalking you. Causing some problems, too. You might need to cut the cord at least for a little while because this person's energy is way too freaking toxic. And, you know, they have this need to want to be with you, but their energy is just way too toxic. You know, they seem to be in a bad place. Now, if this is resonating for you, then some of you guys might be trying to reach out and, you know, the person is like, I don't want to talk to you or whatever. So this could be your energy, you know, you having another attachment that you need to cut ties from. Cord cuttings are, in fact, and factually very powerful. Because what it does is it separates the energy, at least temporarily. Sometimes you need that break. Because when you think about it, having a twin flame fucking sucks sometimes. You know, it to me, it sucks. This person that you're synchronized with that affects you, whether or not you like them to or not. Okay. And they might even being a little verbally abusive to you, but not maybe verbal abusive, but passive aggressive. Spirits, what messages? By the way, I do see them also as being negatively affected by narcissistic people in their lives. What advice do you want to give to the Capricorn about this? Yeah, this is a romantic stalker. Okay, so first of all, Capricorn, you need to open up to maybe possibly some helpers. You know, the community card represents the divine feminine and her help. So either reaching out, yeah, and I know that it's difficult because I already can see that the people around you are toxic. So you don't really have nobody to talk to about it. Hey, Hecate. You don't really have nobody to talk to about that situation. Because I feel like the community card in the reverse position represents community support. And, you know, getting that support from the divine feminine, you know, is what I can sense. And not the toxic type, but the positive type. So I feel like you guys are going to be turning to people this month. Be careful about who you turn to on this situation, because it's, you know, you probably need to get some better friends or new friends, because I can definitely see you trusting some folks that you should not be trusting. Okay, so I think that's why that Fool card is coming up in the reverse position. Okay. Moving on to the Aquariuses, y'all got the Devil. So that means that somebody is definitely obsessed with you. But spirits also want to say to you, before I even start clarifying, I can see it very clearly. They're stalking you, yes. Are you going to give it 99% of your thought process, or are you going to give it 1%? And if you're giving it even 10% at this point, why aren't you meditating or doing something? So that Devil being next to that High Priestess tells me that you may be dealing with a stalker that is not only obsessed with you, but also might be doing some spiritual work on you. Okay. Sure, heck, could take Triple Moon Goddess out. I'll actually do a separate hangout because I was actually going to talk to you guys about the planetary cleanses before the new moon, because I want to do some on some people. So, spirits, give me some clarity for the Aquariuses. Clarity and advice. Okay. See there? 10 of Wands is reversed. You letting this get to you. You letting it get to you, Aquarius. Okay? You letting it get to you. You're allowing it to burden you, whatever it is. I can tell that, yes, it does seem to be what I can see. It's worse than what I thought. Actually, it's not. I can see it was pretty bad. I feel that the 10 of Wands is showing more than one person. So you're dealing with more than one person, either family members, friends, supporters of whoever this is that's stalking you. There seems to be a spirit guide or an ancestor coming through as the Emperor, saying to ask for help. But I also feel as though a lot of you guys really need to gain control over your thoughts, because your thoughts are what is manifesting all of these aches, these pains, this, feeling of being weighed down, just extra burden. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you're going to have to deal with within yourself. And what I would say is stop communicating. Stop communicating with whoever it is. That's why the Lovers comes up reversed. Or either communicate, hey, I don't want nothing to do with you. Okay? Something, because what I feel is that it's causing a lot of headaches. Causing you to not be able to think straight. Causing you to not be able to concentrate. Causing you to, just totally be trapped. The devil comes up, represents its bondage. So, I feel like it's had a bondage effect over on you. Okay. Now, I feel like the situation definitely can turn itself around, but you have to turn it around within yourself. You cannot go and look at that other person. You have to look at yourself. Because to be honest with you, what I can see is stalkers online. Ain't nobody showed up. In fact, it's mainly just, and so I feel that spirits is saying is that you are thinking about it way too much. Okay. Or maybe you may be looking at it in the wrong way. And also, if you have a negative perception that somebody's going to be able to do something to harm you, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, advice for the Aquariuses. Yeah, a lot of y'all need to, and then also, anytime we saw that 10 of Wands, that was either a group. So you can definitely see that it's group stalking. The Healer of Ages. That's why I wanted to find that freaking book. Okay, so I really do love this card. Unfortunately, it is in the reverse position for you guys. But what that is that when we're stepping into the age of Aquarius. So you want to, I feel like dealing with your Chiron would be a good idea for you to deal with that. Your Chiron, maybe go and do some, meditation or just kind of check out and see what's going on with that, because feel like you definitely, what would be the best thing for you to do is to communicate whatever it is that you have to communicate and be very clear about it. Also, Spirit might be saying that some of you guys might want to seek some kind of representation, spiritual or legal. That Emperor card coming up, just by the way. But the healer of all ages in the reverse position is kind of representing needing to not allow that energy to affect you. It's sort of like spiritual evolution. Okay, because you know, the time that we're going into, it doesn't matter how old you are. A lot of people have to change a lot of stuff about the way that they're doing things. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of changes that is needed within yourself. I also feel that whatever the obsession is that this person has, it's causing you to be just as obsessive over it. And that's where you got to do something. You got to clear your head of all of that stuff and let it go. Because to be honest with you, spirits, what they're telling me is that, you know, the danger that you perceive yourself as being in, that you may be manifesting it yourself, making the problem harder than what it actually has to be. Okay, that's y'all message about y'all stalker. Because again, you can't change that person. You can only change your reaction, and the way that you guys are reacting is by obsessing over it. You give it about 5%, no more than 5% of your time, and you keep it moving. You don't stay stuck in that fear. You got to get yourself out of that. Okay. Last but not least, the Pisces. You guys got the High Priestess reversed. So right off the bat, I can tell that it may be a Cancer, but it may also be a practitioner, an old friend of yours. Okay, things have been going a little up and down lately. Let's see what they're doing. They definitely done did some work on you. Spirit, what messages do you have for the Pisces? Okay. You guys got the Nine of Pentacles. I'm trying to get it in the camera. There we go. You guys got Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles upright, and then Two of Wands is reversed to you guys. So I do feel that this is definitely an attachment, definitely an old friend, either water or earth sign, or it could be fire. They seem to not want to let go. I feel like also it could be somebody at work. And if it's somebody at work, you need to be careful to watch who you trust and check folks out and see how they're affecting you energetically. I feel like a lot of you Pisceans had some advancements at work, financially. Could be any number of things. Some of you may have bought a house, bought a car. This person is extremely jealous. Extremely. So it definitely could be an ex-lover too. Okay, because for some of you, it's an ex-lover that you need to cut the ties with. And that's why I'm trying to think of what went wrong. Something has been going wrong either with the Pisceans emotionally, or they're feeling sort of like they are, you know, in bondage and not in control of themselves right now. So the High Priestess in the reverse position can definitely represent some out of control emotions at the moment. Okay, because remember that all of these cards can represent you. So you could be doing this to yourself as well. But I mean, ultimately, when you're dealing with, and trust me, I can tell that it's gang stalking, especially if it has anything to do with work related. But you're also dealing with narcissism, because that Four of Pentacles comes up, and narcissists don't really know how to let go. So then you have to let go. Okay? You have to let go of the situation, period. And I would also do some reversals, some unbindings, some untyings. I would separate my energy from that person, because you can tell that this person, I feel like there's triggers, but I also feel that there's spiritual work being done. Just this person being, just a dickhead about the situation, and definitely very obsessed. Definitely working at it a lot. And you can tell that something has transpired. I would even be thinking about disempowering a doll. I can definitely see something made of earth so this is not just candle magic that this person, used on you. So speaking of which, especially with the high priestess, because high priestesses practice witchcraft and they do other stuff too. Okay, so whenever you see the high priestess, it's the same thing as the magician. Okay, let's throw some oracles for the Pisceans. What messages do you have from the Pisces, from the energy oracle today? Okay, so the rest and rejuvenation card comes up, and then I'm going to throw the other one. I feel like Spirits is saying that this has caused a lot of issues and a lot of unhappiness in your home. Definitely, doing those house cleansing, clearing those negative energies. But then also getting yourself some rest. Also, if you're having some kind of I don't want to say spiritual warfare, but I feel that Spirits is saying try to get some closure from the situation. Start working towards closure. You got the 1 and the 9, which adds up to a 10, which means closure. You need to get closure on that situation and take some kind of break from it. Cut the cord from that person. I feel like that card it's equivalent to the 4 of Swords, where you cut ties. And so definitely feel that you need to cut ties and clear that person's energy from your environment, because it's really toxic. Okay, stalkers can be very toxic. When a stalker presents themselves to you or to me, I immediately go to work, but mainly on myself, because that's what they're there for. They are there to distract you or harm you. Okay, so if you are being stalked, contact the police, file reports. Okay, get it documented. But unfortunately, the police don't really help with stalking. They don't. It's something that many of us have had to take into our own hands. So if you guys need to reach me for a consultation, especially if you've had somebody stalking you long term, especially if you've had somebody doing spiritual work on you, doing spiritual work on somebody that hasn't called you in 5 or 10 years, and you're just randomly doing spiritual work on them, that's considered spiritual stalking. For example, if I was to just all of a sudden up and decide, I want to go and holler at this person that I used to talk to 20 years ago, I'm going to just go and do some spiritual work on them, And if you're just sitting there doing that, so that happens as well, which sucks because I see that a lot. A lot of y'all seem to cannot, get where you're trying to get in life because this negative energy keeps coming through, and many of you guys don't know where it's coming from. You don't know what to do. Victims of stalking have committed suicide because it makes life so freaking difficult. Okay, and it is horrible on the psyche. Horrible. Okay, so my heart goes out to you guys. If you need to reach me, all of my links is below. And I will see you guys for the next reading. Okay. Wishing love and light and closure to all of you guys. I really do want to say on this day that my wish for the universe is for our stalkers to go away, never bother us again. All of their negative energy that they bring with them is banished, and I hope that you guys benefit from that. I hope that we all do, because I'm currently being stalked and I'm a witch. So if a witch can be stalked long term, cyclically, so they seem to come around when they need something, especially narcissists, when they need their narcissistic supply. And they're going to get it, even if they have to pay people to make the shit up. They're going to get it. So they're crazy. Okay. Don't let it get to you. Continue your day. Don't even spend more than 5 minutes thinking about them unless you're addressing it. But once you're done addressing it, you're not thinking about it. If you're thinking about it, then that means that person has gotten into your head. Okay. And so you need to, that's one of the places that you need to control. Okay. So I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.